Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of Total War Arena. So we are on to the Hoplites. So it's a unit class I really haven't played at all, or very little. I very lightly dabbled in the Carthaginian Hoplites. But yeah, it's something I don't really know a lot about. I never really played them in closed beta, and I haven't really played them at all in open beta. So yeah, I thought, well, with a kind of a popular unit, it's about time I really got in and started to learn them a little bit. So I was having a look through the various commanders. I know some people use Kanane as a hoplite commander for the sort of maneuverability. And then but I didn't really kind of fancy that. I kind of wanted to use one of the sort of main hoplite commanders, so it's either Miltiades or Leonidas. And despite the nerf that he just received in the last patch, I still felt the speed that you get with Miltiades, the charge and the fear, was kind of preferable to how I'd rather play. I'd rather have that maneuverability than anything else. So yeah, I thought, let's go with Miltiades. So yeah, I've got that. I've been having a few games against the computer, and just getting a hang of how the sort of phalanx works and the fatigue and things like that. So yeah, let's hop into a game and see how badly this is going to go. So I shall see you all in the battle. So we are starting to load into the Battle of Thermopylae. Obviously, being a hoplites, from what I'm aware, I want to be trying to avoid sort of these trees and wooded areas, and really I want to be fighting sort of on nice flat plains. Which really, as far as I can see, it gives me two options. This area here, where I can push sort of basically go head straight at them, or push down through this valley down here. Maybe try and get through this gap before enemy turns up, or it's going to just turn into sort of a massive spear fest in that valley below. So I'm just going to spawn in here, I think, which gives me kind of the options, see what we get in terms of friendly support. Yeah, that's really my only two play choices that I think I've got. Obviously, I could dash around here at the back, possibly. There's a bit of open ground up here, but a lot of it's forest. And if you kind of get caught in a forest fight or flanked, that's going to be a bit harder. So, yeah, I don't think that's ideal. I think I'm going to go for this valley and just give it a go. It sort of depends what turns up, to be honest, and hopefully it's just something good that turns up.
Capture the enemy base.
So let's go break ranks straight away
enemy forces.
And get moving as quickly as we can. Obviously, break ranks gives a significant bonus to movement speed and melee attack at the cost of defense. So you don't want to be in break ranks when you get hit by cavalry or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of nice. That's what makes Miltiades quite fun and quite easy to play, is that break ranks, because of that extra movement speed. Because actually, the base movement speed of these hoplites is actually pretty slow. So that's why Leonidas, I think, is going to be fairly, not difficult to play, but unfriendly to play. It'll be like playing heavy Roman infantry. Just that slow maneuverability that is lacking. And I think really maneuverability is probably one of the most important things in this game. I'm beginning to find more and more. It allows you to dictate where you want to play rather than the enemy. Even if the enemy has stronger units, being able to get into the right position is increasingly favourable. But anyway, things are looking pretty good. What's the cooldown on this infantry charge? 35 seconds. So far, we haven't encountered anything in this valley. Looks like most of our forces aren't really pushing out, though. So we've got to be a bit careful about charging too far forwards on our own, because there's no one with us. So some enemy Theban hoplites up ahead. Let's have a look at about trying to start to apply some pressure from him. We'll flank one unit. I'm guessing he's perhaps going to have other units arrayed around here, or is he just trying to defend this gap? That I am unsure. It has got other units arrayed around here. Let's try and just get into the side of him. Assuming he's actually here, or he could even be AFK. Go for our charge, try and get him in the side a little bit. I'm beginning to think he actually might just be AFK. Was this the person who hadn't really loaded in? Let's use our spear thrust. Okay, looks like it's AFK. Well, we'll just perhaps kill him quickly. Let's go into Hoplite. Oops, I didn't get my charge off. That wasn't very good. How much damage are we doing against this guy? A little reasonable amount. Keep our spear thrust activated. And then pull back a little bit as our fatigue is building up. You guys there. Now let's push around a little bit with this guy, because I don't really want to be fighting lots of AFK units. Which is kind of what we're doing. Should we just leave this guy alone? Okay, let's So you can continue on your way down there, out of phalanx mode, and get moving. Okay, see if we can do something slightly more. Ooh. Okay, enemies. Go for a nice early charge. And then I'm just going to go straight into phalanx mode. I'll back off slightly and try and defend myself there. Right, let's bring up our other unit in support because we're going to start getting flanked otherwise. And then ultimately this unit can come around here. Okay, let's go for the charge. We are struggling a bit. Is advancing too far? No. Pull back. Keep these guys in loose formation for now. We've got a bit of damage against those guys. Oh, typical. Now he's actually come back into the game behind me. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a tough one, I think. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get out of this situation yet. We'll bring in these guys up in reserve at the back. We have been rear flanked. Is it going to cause me to rout? Currently not, but there's no guarantee. So we'll bring this unit in behind. Obviously these guys are having a bit of a hard time with just being attacked. Just get a nice early charge off. At least a good amount of damage in there. Okay, go for stat and then start to keep the break ranks activated and go for the damage there. Okay, so this guy's just trying to hold his ground. Obviously we're taking quite a lot of damage and not really dealing that much to these Sinai. Advance in slightly. Try and keep the pressure up a little bit. These guys are going to be in trouble because they're going to start to think about routing soon, I think. And now these guys are rear flanked. So we've rear flanked someone, then got rear flanked, and we rear flanked them, and now we're being rear flanked again. It's just a string of rear flankings. These guys are obviously struggling because they're just actually at their limit in terms of fatigue, and they can't pull back because they're stuck there. So we'll come out of that and just go to break ranks. Because there's no point in them being a hoplite if they're just going to die. We're actually winning this battle significantly. We've worked up a fair amount of aggression damage, but this is hardly exactly an exemplary performance in terms of how to play. I'm just trying to keep these guys sort of vaguely usable. They've gone into hoplite phalanx, obviously, which means they're doing quite a lot of damage. The remains of this unit are pretty much dead. It's just basically our commander is the only one left alive. These guys, and he's trying to try and keep the pressure on these guys. We can just get some rear damage in on them. Trying to keep using our strikes. Oh, they're going to rout. It's not so good. Oh, there they go. We'll try and rout through a gap, but I don't think it's going to help me. And unfortunately, on our own,
our men are returning to the battle.
Down, we are dead. Okay, that was not quite the battle I had hoped it to be. That didn't go very well. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I kind of got caught up with that stupid person who was AFK, trying to kill them, then didn't think I should bother killing them, and then they ended up coming back when I left them. So it wasn't exactly an exemplary performance. We'll just tag on to the end of the battle. Looks like there's some enemy war dogs kicking around in the centre.
Our base is
this is a Leonidas pikeman. You can see the speed difference, like 3.5 base movement speed, pretty slow. Always made a pretty critical error there going into phalanx, because that means he can't actually damage the dogs when he's in phalanx mode. Apart from his shield bash, which he did there, which is obviously good. There's some friendly cavalry's moving in, and it looks like we are about to cap out the enemy base anyway, as most of our infantry and archers move in, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for us. And there we go, it's going to be game over. We got a reasonable amount of aggression damage in. It was just could have been applied a little bit better. So a poor mix of hoplites and bad fatigue management didn't really help that situation. Let's load in and have a little bit of a look at the battle statistics at the end. Okay, so we didn't do too badly, we got third. But yeah, just not particularly played pretty well. I definitely needed a lot more practice with these guys to get them better, because it's still a lot for me to learn, because I've obviously never done these really before. Obviously, we'll continue start to moving up the tech tree, we'll go up to the tier 4s and keep pushing down here with Miltiades. Obviously, I think he's a pretty good commander. I do like the movement speed. He's pretty flexible. I think obviously he's going to start getting significantly faster as we go further down. I've still got a lot of upgrading to do on some of the things like the infantry charges. And as break ranks get better, I think we get more movement speed. Yeah, we get up the other tiers, which is obviously going to be good as well. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this slightly terrible gameplay video of me trying to have a go with the Hoplites. If you have, please give the video a like. Let me know what you think, or any advice, tips on how to play Hoplites, because it's just one unit class I just have no idea about. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all on the next video.